Welcome back to Aquadine. Not sure why there's a no DC thing in the top left corner of the screen, but we'll look past that. As soon as Diana gets to school, she spots Elisabeth and bolts over to her desk. Elisabeth, I saw the news. Can't wait to see you perform here. Thank you, Diana. I really appreciate your support. You'll perform at a Grand Opera House, right? Let us know when you're going to hold a concert. I thought you don't like concerts, Diana. As I exit the game in order to see why that no DC was up there, an update was performed for the game itself. Close it down, update was issued, and now we're good. Robin is reading on his way home from school until Elisabeth catches up to him. Robin, do you have a minute? What's up? The sky? Did you just crack a joke? Why are you laughing? Did I say something amusing? Wait, you were being serious? Of course she was. Then again, that should be too surprising coming from you. Did you need me for something? I want to apologise for how our conversation ended the other day. I got too personal and adamant over your problems. Please forgive me how I behaved. You got nothing to apologise for, Elisabeth. I'm really grateful that you cared about me. I should be thanking you. Robin's smile looks more genuine than usual. He reminds me of Cell. Perhaps there might be more similarities between Cell and Robin than you may imagine. Perhaps they're the same person. We, as in like together? Would your father say something about this? Sure, we live nearby anyway. Robin and Elisabeth continue their friendly conversation as they leave the school, as friends do. So Cell's not the only one that gets these underwater dreams, huh? But this time seems different. There's more purple here than Cell's dreams, which are more blue. She finds herself in a place completely foreign to her. Maybe I'm just overthinking this. Where am I? One moment. Why am I underwater? Did I drown? The jellyfish wander by like they're curious to see a human here, and one of them floats around her. Hello there, I don't suppose you could help me. So you really can see them. It appears you indeed have the eyes. Who's there? There's no need for caution. It was this fellow who wished to see you again. The same jellyfish I met by the shore? It happily dances around her. Oh, we meet again, my little friend. Perhaps you aren't a complete outsider. There may be others like you around the world who share our blood. Your blood? What do you mean? Never mind that. It's none of your concern. I don't know why this particular Undine has grown attached to you, but you two seem to share a special bond. These jellyfish are known as Undines? Correct. They're spirits of the deceased merfolk who tend to follow people familiar to them from their past. So blood as in people who are related to them? Like in the future, then this could be a means to communicate with their ancestors in a way. But then again, why does Cell and Elisabeth have these dreams? Are they more connected than we realise? Do they come from the same bloodline in a way, but at some point in their lives, their family changed to a point where both their surnames and their blood in a way is a bit different? Elisabeth wakes up from her nap and finds herself resting at one of the concert hall seats. Nobody else is in the room. What a dream. I've had quite a number of strange encounters lately, haven't I? Why did it feel so real? Maybe because it was real in a way. What is he doing here at this hour? It appears Captain Himmel is taking a walk with his grandson. He tells me they often visit the hospital around this time. Wait a second. Robin and Cell share the same grandfather? Yes, because that's why they're brothers. Does that mean they're actually related? Did you not notice it a long time ago? I forgot Alfred was a senior under Cell's grandfather, so maybe he knows more? There's only one question I must ask to be sure. Alfred, do you know if Robin has any siblings? Unless his mother remarried, I highly doubt it. Robin's father was Captain Hammel's son-in-law and a fellow sailor. His name was Griffin. Did something happen to him? It's not really my place to talk about it, but the tragedy happened a long time ago. After completing our mission, we tried to navigate our way home through a powerful storm. But even with Captain Himmel's superior guidance, the massive waves destroyed our ship. Everyone managed to make it ashore, except for Griffin. Search parties failed to find him after months, so he was eventually announced dead. I believe Robin was only about 1 month old when we left for it. Robin grew up without a father? Yes, losing Griffin hurt Tully more than anyone, and Captain Himal regrettably retired after the incident. Ah, are you putting the pieces together, Elisabeth? Are you really Cell? Elisabeth watches Robin from a distance with concern before she heads home for the night. That would be for the best. That's a bit of a lie, Elisabeth. You know what is up. Right. You were awfully interested in that boy Robin last night. I forgot how easy it is for the youth to fall in love. That's not what this is about, Alfred. Please stop making assumptions. Oh? Anyway, I shall be on my way now. Have a good day at school. Alfred seems quite pleased with getting the last laugh before he schools away. Yep, he's a good butler, he really is. Then you could say that one of them is real and the other one is a facade. Some sleep, you mean? Z's? Wouldn't a teacher prefer students to score A's instead? You really are something else, Goldie. Bet you're looking for Romeo, aren't you? Caught him heading to the roof. Heard all about how he showed you the view up there. Sounds pretty romantic if you ask me. Pardon me, Mr. Norton, but I must go study for the upcoming test. Man, forget the test for a sec. You're still so young, so go do lovely-dovely things. Who knows? Maybe he's nerdy on the outside, but... Okay, we're moving on. I'll take the coffee, but not the donuts in the morning. Or the afternoon. Evenings, probably. Robin, may I speak with you? What do you want? Apologies for taking your time, but I'd like another tour. Another one? Did you forget where a room was or something? No, that's not what I meant. I wish to schedule an appointment with you. Cell. What are you talking about? I'm not... You do not have to lie to me anymore, Robin. No one else could be him except you. Robin is left speechless, not only by the fact that Elisabeth figured out his identity because she's the first. Of all the people who could have come to that conclusion, it was a girl who didn't even live in Aquadine until recently. Nonetheless, the jig is up. Robin knows it's pointless to deny it any further. How long have you known? Just last night. While I was returning from my late interviews, I saw you and your grandfather taking a stroll. Alfred recognized you two, and that's how I learned that you were at least related to Cell, but you didn't have any siblings. The fact that you and Cell had a mother in the hospital was too convenient. I forgot Alfred worked under my grandpa when they were sailors. Guess it was only a matter of time. My mum was hospitalized until I was in middle school. She was diagnosed with an unknown disease, but they don't know how to cure it. The hospital bills kept racking up regardless, and we hardly had any income. There's only so much my grandpa can do at his age. I wanted to quit school to support my family, but my mum begged me not to. That's why I started working part-time when my grandpa handles the paperwork for our company. But I was nothing like my mum. People wrote harsh reviews about how I couldn't even compare to her. That's so mean of them. The cloud company was built around my mum's reputation, so people expect the level of service from us. She was one of the best gondoliers our town has ever seen, and I'm not. Unfortunately, it came to a point where I'd be lucky to even get 1 or 2 customers a day. He struggled. I should make myself more appealing on the outside. I forced myself to act just like my mum would in order to meet everyone's expectations. That's why I became Cell. Forgive me for asking, but why would you hide your identity? People cannot accept change so easily, especially since they already know the real me. To them, Robin is nothing but a mere shadow. Even if that wasn't the case, I still wanted to keep both of my lives separate, for my own sake. Constantly acting like someone I'm not is a tiresome chore after all. You're just being stubborn. It doesn't matter whether you're Robin or Cell. To me, you're always giving it all and doing everything you can for your family. You've carried the responsibility of an adult for years now, which is more reason why my determination will not waver. Aren't you stepping on a few landmines here, Elisabeth? Not everyone will show kindness regardless of what you do or who you are, but perhaps you could trust me? So please, let me help you. The bell is about to ring. We should get going. Wait, you want another tour, right? Is this how you're trying to help me? I want to at least earn it. When can we meet again? My schedule is really tight, but probably Saturday afternoon if we're lucky. I'll let you know. Thank you. And rest assured, I promise not to disclose your secret with anyone. I appreciate it. Not like there are listeners nearby probably. You shouldn't spill the beans in front of Diana. For goodness sake, she is not that responsible for. Is it a boy? He is, why'd you ask? When you say he, that just confirms it. Oh, do you like him? Well, I don't believe I dislike him. That's another way of saying that you like him. No secret is safe with you, Diana, for goodness sakes. Anytime you learn a secret, you just share it with the rest of the world like if it's something that happened to you. Just share it on your Facebook or your Twitter or anything like that. Just poof. Are you really questioning yourself? Come on, Elisabeth, you should be more certain than that. The real reason is behind closed doors. Rumours are just rumours at the end of the day. If you cannot prove that they are concrete, then it's just a rumour. That may be the case, Elisabeth. Robin could never be a stalker, for goodness sakes. He's too nervous to be that kind of person, and also he's too kind to be a person like that. Saturday comes around and Sal is waiting outside for his guests. He seems to have a lot on his mind with the event that played out so far. Is it really okay for Elisabeth to know my secret? I don't know if I can trust her with it. I think you can. Guess all I could do is stay on her good side and hope for the best. Good afternoon, Sal. I apologise for keeping you waiting. Not at all. Are you ready for another adventure? Before we begin, I was wondering if you have any other appointments for today. I actually don't, which is pretty rare for a Saturday. Do you have something in mind? Yes, I'd like to extend the tour for the entire day. What? An entire day? That's correct. And also, please act as Robin during the tour instead of Sal. A change of pace would be nice. Truthfully, I want to learn more about you, but that's not possible unless you be yourself. Alright, anything else? Well, I'd like you to call me Elissa from now on. Elisabeth. Elissa. Elissa, is that your nickname? Yes, that's what some of my close friends from Civilisation call me. Would that be okay? That's fine. Welcome again to the Cloud Company, Elissa. Please follow me. Sal takes Elisabeth's hand and helps her onto the gondola. His oar soon brushes against the water. What you don't know, Mr. Norton, is that he is the same pupil that you teach in class. Shouldn't you make a purchase of this kind on the return journey rather than the forward journey? Just because of artwork being very vulnerable to water? Yeah, most certainly with the mouthfuls that she can eat. Photos are no good as a confirmation of a rumour, for goodness sakes. You appear to be exhausted. Will you be okay? I'm fine. I just don't remember the last time I ran this much. Shall we take a break? Please wait here while I purchase a beverage to quench your thirst. Oh, you don't need to worry about me. I'm fine. Rest assured I will return shortly. We have no choice in this matter, Robin. Don't get yourself too addicted to fast food. It's a one-way trip to the hospital if you do. I'm unable to find an answer to this equation. Yeah, this could be called one of those, for goodness sakes. Like, sharing a drink with another person could be called an indirect kiss. But then there's that solution as well, which is good. That would be under the Anyo route to this game. Very difficult. If you feel that is too personal, I understand. Is that why you brought those daisies from the mall earlier? Yes, I believe they are appropriate for wishing someone good health. Thanks, Elisabeth. I'm sure my mum will be happy to see you. Elisabeth eagerly follows Sal to their next destination after getting his approval. That was also probably the first hint towards that Sal was Robin from an outsider's perspective. But that was only from Cameron's case, because Cameron was there with Robin when their mum decided to say Sal rather than Robin. One of Aquadine's greatest gondoliers hasn't been seen in years, so it's understandable why anyone would get excited. There's always room for someone else. At the cafe they said one big guy and one blonde guy was stalking both Sal and Elisabeth. Those two stalkers are right in front of us. It's okay, she already knows who I am. Really? I honestly thought you'd take that secret to the grave since you're so stubborn. Elisabeth figured it out with the help of 2 old loudmouths. I brought you some flowers. I hope you like them. Thank you very much, Elisabeth. That's very thoughtful of you. So, would you ask a nurse to refill the pitcher? I believe I'm out of water. Alright, I'll be right back. And that leaves Elisabeth with the mother. Tori is quite inquisitive. Wait, what are you trying to say? My vision may be getting bad, but I can still tell when a girl has eyes for my son. I raised him after all. It's just your imagination. No, it's not. It's not that at all. If you say so. Anyway, did you do anything exciting today? We had a whole tour throughout the town all day. It was under my jurisdiction that I get the entire day with Robin himself for me. For one and only. When do we leave? Hey, not right now. You're drawling. Then it's settled. Thank you both for paying me a visit. You're very welcome, Mrs. Leon. I'll be sure to come by again sometime. I'll be back later tonight, Ma. Toy watches on as Elisabeth and her son leave the room together. She seems relieved that Robin has grown close to a girl his age. And just a few nice girls afraid Robin wasn't spending enough time with his friends. But now I can see there's nothing to worry about. You're getting this payment whether you like it or not. What do you mean? I gave you a job and you completed it to my satisfaction. I know you're using this tour as an excuse to help me raise money, but why are you so persistent? They say money can't buy happiness, but I don't believe that's always the case. It can be used to help other people, like the situation you find yourself in now. There are times when it can save someone. Money can be made back, but a life cannot. Please accept it, okay? Thanks, Elisabeth. It really means a lot to me. It's Alyssa. I'd love to ride your gondola again sometime. After Zell accepts the payment, they notice someone walking towards them. It's dark, but the moonlight reveals his face. Pardon the interruption, but I take it that you two enjoyed your time together. Yes, sir. This was definitely one of the more memorable tours. You've grown into a fine young man, Robin. You really do resemble your mother when she used to be a gondola. And Alfred has figured it out as well. Alfred's line catches when both off guard. It appears another person has figured out Cell's secret. Alfred, you knew? Well, I wasn't entirely sure until now. Thank you. Okay, so Alfred just take a stab in the dark and it appeared to have worked. That went smoothly. Forgive me. I had my suspicions ever since you grew curious about Robin. It clicked when you asked me about his family. Please keep this a secret. It's very personal. Of course, Cell surely has his reasons, and I will expect them to some degree. Now then, would either of you care for breath mints before you... No, because we're not going to do that. What? Alfred, stop embarrassing me. The night is so young, and it's the least I can do to help celebrate your first date. A date? Alfred, this is nothing more than a simple tour. That blush does not confirm that, for goodness. You two can continue flirting while I go carry your belongings. Come whenever you're ready. This isn't flirting. That look on your mouth does not help you, Elisabeth. Every single action that you take is just not helping you in your current situation. Oh my gosh, that sounds... Are you sure he didn't need any help? He looks like he's struggling. Alfred deserves this. I mean, he's perfect. What do you mean? His back sounds like it broke. Guys, don't let her smile for you. She definitely isn't as innocent as she appears. Thank you so much for accompanying on this tour. Can we do this again sometime? Of course. Cell helps carry some of Elisabeth's bags before seeing them off. They learn a lot today, especially about each other. And that's why I chose this route first rather than the other three, because I'm curious about Elisabeth's curiosity towards Robin / Cell in all this. Alfred, you're not helping this situation. You know Chise has a personal dislike towards Cell / Robin. Yes, one ticket is all we need for Robin. This sounds a bit like Robin and Elisabeth, if you ask me. You know, asking for another tour even though you already seen the places that you did on the first tour, but the second tour is more like getting to know the person that's touring you rather than the actual locations in which you are being shown around. Private? Alright, I'll be back, Mom. Okay, Robin leaves the room with Dr. Wadman so they can talk. Judging by Tori's expression, she seems to already know what it's about. Oh dear. Robin and Dr. Woodman step outside of the room to discuss personal matters. No one else is around, so the hallway should suffice. Sounds like you and your mom had a nice conversation. Thanks, but is everything okay? I'll be frank. We've been constantly monitoring your mum's condition because it's such a rare disease. But the tumour is getting worse. Worse? It's come to a point where we need to undergo surgery, but I don't know if you could afford it with your family's current income. Even then, we're not sure what could happen since we've never seen anything like this before. I'll figure out something about the money. Please do whatever it takes to help my mum. Okay, I'll do what I can. Dr. Wadman knows how dire the situation is. At least a bit more than the average person. But with such an unknown disease, all she can do is reassure Robin that they'll try their best. Damn. Stuff like that is so heavy. Oh, I knew it. It was going to be for Robin, that ticket for her concert. Mum would want me to go, but I don't have time for events like this. Is something wrong? I'm fine. I'll try to make the concert, but no promises though. Thank you, Robin. It has been quite some time since I sang in front of such a large crowd. Now that I think about it, it's probably your first time listening to my music. You're right. I guess it'll be weird to go to your concert without knowing any of your songs, huh? I've never been to one before. You could just go there and enjoy the show. It's your turn to experience something new. After the concert, I'd like to speak with you once more. If that's okay. Oh? What for? You're not the only one who wishes to keep secrets, Mr. Tour Guide. I'm afraid you'll have to wait until the concert. Fair enough, but don't call me that here, okay? Indeed, it might be a little bit embarrassing. Is it Diana? Cameron? Or the one who calls himself the Dragon? Impossible. The Dragon struggles to accept that Elisabeth gave a love letter, but why him? It's not a love letter. How will this letter go about? I'm not too sure, but we'll figure that out in the next time, folks. So, thank you guys so much for watching. This episode has been more frantic than the others, I must say so myself. Like the different situations that we find ourselves in, like Elisabeth discovering that Sal and Robin are the same person, but also as well the predicament in which both people are in. Like, both of them have suffered similarly, whereas Elisabeth is trying to amend her own kind of problems by trying to help Robin tackle his own problems with the whole financial situation with the hospital. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and see you all in the next time of Aquadine. Have a lovely day and take care of yourselves.